Thank you so much for coming, Fran.
Thank you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
that. Do you mind, just for anybody who's never seen your movie, never heard of it, could you just give us a little explanation of what it is?
Sure. So Slay is a story about three flatmates who have a flat meeting in the middle of the night to talk about how much they hate their other flatmate who's an influencer. So they kind of come up with this genius plan to get her cancelled so that she has to move out. And then things happen and it gets a little bit crazy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, how did you come up with that idea?
So, well, I didn't have any flatmate. I've never had flatmates myself. So it kind of came from my friends at the time telling me horror stories about their flatmates and how annoying they were. And I was like, cool, what's like the worst case scenario of what could happen if your flatmate was annoying you so much? And then the film was kind of born, and the drama throughout is, yeah, it's kind of what you see.
That's so interesting, because often people write about or create or whatever something that they've experienced. Mm-hmm. So how was it taking your experience from someone else?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I received so much good material at that time, and then I also kind of wanted to bring my own perspective on just look into like female friendships and how it would be, because I always feel like I kind of missed out on that side of life, living with like girls and like having that kind of experience. Obviously, like I said, this is like I would not have liked to have had this experience, but yeah, I guess it was kind of merging like the horror stories from other people and then like kind of what I think could happen in that sort of situation, I guess. Yeah.
Huh. So did you enjoy, oh my gosh, I was about to sneeze. Did you enjoy did you have to do any kind of interviews or investigative work in order, because you wrote the script too, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so how, did you already have an idea of how it was going to look just based off your stories, or did you kind of base it off of other people's specific information that they gave you?
Yeah, so I mean, I had like huge influences from like Mean Girls and Heathers and Bodies, all of these like kind of modern Gen Z style stories was kind of what obviously Mean Girls is a while ago now, but like things like Bodies, I wanted to like have that strong Gen Z influence. So I knew that that's kind of where I was going, which is why, yeah, I think these references are kind of clear in the way the girls are to each other. But yeah, it was very much a mix of like other people's ideas and my references that I knew I wanted.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. Mm-hmm. And when you put the film together, was there anything that you've seen in the whole process, from kind of the edit to the writing, that's completely surprised you and was not how you planned it and looks very different? Anything you've discovered, basically?
Yeah, I feel like it always looks different in your head. Like, you know exactly what you want. And I'm a perfectionist, so my expectations are always very high. And I knew exactly like the kind of style that I wanted it to be. Obviously, a lot of that comes from having budget as well. So I think had I had like more money behind me, it would have maybe looked even more to how I wanted it to. But I mean, it never would have matched it completely. So I'm surprised? Not really. I think it's always hard when you're booking places to film as well, because sometimes you don't know what they look like until you get there. So we got there and the bathroom was a lot smaller than we thought. So I was like, okay, how can we make this work? So it took a while to like set that up, but that obviously can't be helped, and you have to kind of just work with what you've got. I think that's what we did, hopefully. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, and any kind of dramas or anything that you call yourself being like, why is this happening right now? Or only doing this short film, would this be happening right now? I can't believe it. Like, any kind of fun stories you can tell us?
Yeah, so it was the second day. So first day of filming was great because it was a half day during the night in the bathroom. That's what we did first. And then the second day we did the living room scene, which I'm sure people can see when they watch it. And there was building works happening next door, which we didn't know about. And like we saw the scaffolding and we were like, oh no, okay, I hope that's like not going to be an issue. And it was, because it was like constant. So like the actors and myself, we had to stop every few lines at one point. And obviously because I was acting in it and I also directed Slay and I also produced it. So I felt like it was kind of like a lot of pressure to be like, oh my gosh, I need to like stay calm and not be like, why are you doing this now? But yeah, we basically bribed them with some snacks to go on like an early lunch, and they did. So we had nice bit of silence.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So they did us a solid, and then we got it done. So yeah.
Nice. And how was it doing all of those roles? Like, were you able, because especially with acting, when you need to be in character in the zone, like, how did you find balancing everything?
Yeah, it was like amazing, because like I said, I kind of had such a strong vision. I knew what I wanted to look like. I knew that I wanted to be in it, and I also cast my friends in it. So I knew I wanted to work with them, and I think it was a challenge, because like when things would go wrong on the day, obviously I was there as an actor and a director and a producer, and I was like, okay, which hat do I put on to fix this issue? I was like, well, yeah. It was a challenge, but I really enjoyed it. I probably would put myself through it again, because I apparently love causing myself stress. Apparently, but I think having such like a great crew on board was just, they helped me out so much. When things were getting a lot, everyone was like really keen to like muck in and make me feel at peace.
Yeah.
So it was blessed, really. Yeah.
What do you think is going to come next then?
So yeah, I have a few short films that I'm writing at the moment. I'm kind of feel like my career is currently leaning towards comedy. I'm really enjoying comedy at the moment. So I've just finished a comedy short script that I'm hoping to work on soon. I'm also collaborating with a partner of mine who also helped on Slay. His name's Gav, and we're writing a feature film together. It's like a romantic horror comedy. Yes, Gav.
We just met. Nice.
Yeah. So he was a producer on Slay, and he's a really good friend of mine. We're also writing another short together, which is a comedy short. So hopefully lots of funny things happening in the future. Yeah.
What's your favorite role? Like, kind of producing, directing, acting, writing? Or
Yeah.
also, because they are so different, you know?
They're very different. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
acting has always been my one love, and I love acting, which is why I started writing my own stuff. So I have the opportunity to play the characters that I would love to play. That's a huge part of why I started. Writing I love. Like I said, I can write roles and create these worlds. I feel like I'm quite organised, so producing is something that comes quite naturally to me. Directing I enjoy. I wouldn't say I'm like super like, this is my thing, but like, yeah, I feel like I just like trying everything and just kind of seeing what sticks, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, cool. I mean, that's all you got to do in this industry, and just keep making. So
Yeah.
And is there any advice you would give to someone who's about to make their next short or feature or whatever they're about to do that you've learned from making this film that you'd like to like give to them?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna, because this was also my first short that I did with a big, like a substantial team. There wasn't loads of us, but the first short I did was like me and two others, and this one was a bit more. So I feel like the next short I do, I'm gonna be learning things all over again.
Yeah.
But I think a massive part for me is like organisation is one, like having all your shots that you know you want, having all your references, communicating with like your DOP, and like seeing what you can like make work together in the space as well, and just having people on board that like really want to collaborate and work with you and love the project and want to be there and want to help you, and yeah, just have passion for it, I think is the key.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Money helps, but it's not
yeah.
always possible, so I think making do with what you can do with on the budget that you have, prioritizing what needs the money and what can, you can sacrifice a bit of, and yeah, it's probably
Great. Yeah. That's great. And then are there any kind of final words that you'd like to share with anybody, or any kind of thank yous or anything about the production you want to drop in to have as the last note?
Yeah, I mean, I say this every time, I really want to thank all of my crew, because like they were so amazing and supportive and really kept me functioning on the shoot, and yeah, I guess I can't wait to make more things and hopefully be back at Greenwich Film Festival again, and yeah, I can't wait to see what everyone else does as well, and everyone's next project. So
yeah, good. Well, I hope you have the best time here.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll meet loads of cool people.
Yeah,
and
I can't wait.
Yeah, looking forward to the after party.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.